Good morning. Welcome to Monday Mornings, Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum. We're off to a good start for this week. Let's keep it rolling. And we actually have a deck today that we haven't seen in a while, which is always kind of fun to say, okay, what card has been knocking on the door that we need to be aware of? And in this case, it is one of the Denise Lynn decks, the Native Spirit deck. And good morning, Peggy. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. I'm sure people are going to start popping in left and right now. Usually once one of you gets on, then a bunch more show up. Oh, someone else is here. Welcome. Glad you're here. And Cindy, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you're all having a good Monday, off and running for a great week. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. So, Native Spirit deck. And interestingly, a while ago, when we had a round of the Native Spirit deck, good morning, Abigail, this card popped up, and here it is again. And my thing always is, when something keeps knocking on the door, we need to pay attention. Good morning, Linda. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Glad you're here. So, we'll see what it has to tell us. I've also got queued up an August energy reading from Amanda Ellis, and the title that she put on it was Wipe the Slate Clean for Good. So I really think that's what we're up to with the Lionsgate, which is tomorrow, is the peak. There's energy moving on both ends of that particular date. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you are here. And so right now is a particularly potent time. Good morning, Judy. So every card we get in this little window right here is really important. We want to pay attention. Thank you for the hearts and the rainbow, Carolyn. Because it has extra bearing right now. So we want to pay attention, all right? So our card comes from the Native Spirit deck by Denise Lynn, for those of you who just jumped on. And the card, again, we've seen it not that long ago, Trickster. You can see the fox walking through the winter wonderland there, which is not too far around the corner. Just saying. Just saying. Trickster. Find the right page here. There we go. So let's do some breathing just to kind of settle into right here, right now. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And I want you to think of one thing for which you are grateful, right here, right now. What popped into my head and what spurred me to put that out to you is I'm breathing in and out without a whole lot of pain in my ribs anymore. I can tell, I can feel that I'm still here kind of feeling, but it's not what it was. I can roll over in bed without a problem, etc., etc. So I am very grateful for that. I'm also grateful to see that the number 8 has popped up for people. Good morning, Donine. Glad you are here. Welcome. So 8 being my favorite number, 8 representing infinity. So let's just see where we go with this. Remember, we're in a particularly potent time with the Lionsgate. So take all of this and multiply it by some factor, and you're probably in the ballpark. Trickster, card meaning. Things are not what they seem. Something that seems bad may in fact be good, and vice versa. Good morning, Gwen. You're popping up by name now. That's interesting. Your hi popped up first and now you're there. So what I want to say about that is we've had some upheavals. We're going to continue to have some upheavals to institutions and things that have been around for a long time, and that we would consider to be unquestioned, right? America's financial system, America's economic system, all kinds of stuff. And a bunch of it's about to go through the blender. If we come at it from the perspective, the 3D lenses of just living our lives on Earth right now, amen, it's going to be scary. On the other hand, if we step into our 5D selves, if we up level, if we take a bigger view of it, we'll go, oh, all right, crashing down the old to make room for the new. Will there be some muck in the middle of this? Yes, very much like going from caterpillar to butterfly, that green muck stage, when it's like, I don't know what this is. It's yucky. But it's on its way to that transformation. It is indeed that transformation process. So we're going to be going through some transformations. Again, take a bigger view, take a longer view. It may feel like, well, I'm slogging through the mud right now, but somewhere down the road, I know the sun's going to shine again. Hang on to that. Hang on to that. Don't take everything at face value. Look beneath the surface. So even just asking yourself when something goes down, even just asking yourself, what might this mean? On a bigger plane, on a bigger playing field, what might this mean? Because it's going to have multiple meanings. It's going to be what we assign it from our 3D view of life on Earth, but it has much greater meaning when we pay attention to that. This card encourages you to try to find humor or gentle amusement in seemingly difficult situations. So rather than losing your cool over some of these things that are like, what is that? Have some humor. What is that? Oh my goodness. Did you see this? Take a look at this. Isn't this bizarre? Lament with some people about this. Well, it'll pass. On we go. For now, I'm going to pay attention to this because that's just a little too messy for me. It encourages you to have irrepressible fun. Step out of the mold. Your native spirit wants you to know, in indigenous traditions, there is the concept of the tricksters. In Native American traditions, the trickster is often depicted as a wily coyote, but sometimes the trickster is a human called Heoka. There is a lighthearted, fun aspect of the trickster, but there's also the caution to tread carefully because things are not always as they seem. And again, when things aren't as they seem, that's a huge opportunity for us to look more deeply. What is it about this thing? Going back to our intuition and our instincts. Your body will tell you, wait a minute, something's off here. Listen to that. Your intuition will tell you, okay, something's about to happen. Something's changing here. Something is no longer what it seemed to be. Go with that. That doesn't mean you have to panic or be afraid or freak out. It just means awareness. Awareness. And making choices discerningly. Okay? And there's the word, be discerning. What appears to be a good opportunity may in fact not be. The wonderful aspect of this card choosing you is that it offers the opportunity to step out of old, outmoded ways of perceiving yourself. Good morning, Mary. Glad you are here. Welcome. And I'm going to suggest not just ways of perceiving ourselves, ways of perceiving our career, ways of perceiving our families, ways of perceiving our town, ways of perceiving our state, our nation, the world, etc. All of those old, outmoded ways of looking at things. I was again reading in my book last night, just a couple pages, Donut Economics, and she heavily hit the piece of how structures have been in place to keep women disempowered. And we all know that that certainly happens for people of color, and those are some of the things that are breaking up, imploding right now, to the point where they can no longer get away with what they used to get away with. We'll give this white guy alone, but we aren't going to give this woman alone, we aren't going to give this person of color alone, blah, 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 when all circumstances are the same. Yes, tricksters come in many forms. And what if the universe sends your particular tricksters in forms that are going to make the most sense for the lessons you're meant to be learning? So maybe, think even bigger than that. Maybe Abigail's trickster is actually my support. Maybe my trickster is actually someone else's cautionary message. Maybe they serve multiple purposes. Maybe it matters how we choose to perceive them. And, okay, so I'm going to pull out the P.D. Eastman book. Are you my mother? Remember that little kid's book? Are you my mother? Maybe we're asking, are you my trickster? Are you my trickster? And embracing that, looking forward to coming across our tricksters, because then we know there's a lesson on the plate. There's something here I'm meant to learn. I wonder what it is. I wonder how this is going to work out, as my friend Lynn Schuster says. The trickster allows you to see yourself in an entirely different way and asks you to step out of old routines. I love that book too. It's an awesome book. Out of old routines and habits that might be keeping you stagnant. So again, I'm going to go back to, for those who are loath to make changes, just a little bit of change. Just a little bit of change. If you go to the grocery store every day, Monday at 11 o'clock, go at noon, go at 9, go on Tuesday, go to a different grocery store. Shake up something about that routine. Shake up something about that routine. And some of you, I often have this happen, will get nudges. It's like, go here, do this, call this person, something along that line. Or you think about that person and they call you, and you haven't talked to them in months. Those kinds of nudges we want to heed, all right? The journey. It might sound very strange, but the easiest way to activate the energy of this card is to howl like a coyote. I personally am not going to do that right now because either A, it will scare you, it will set off the dog, who just set himself off anyway, someone must be going through, or my dad will wonder, what the hell is going on here? But if you have the opportunity, howl like a coyote. Maybe you're driving to work this morning and you got the windows up because the air conditioning's on. Howl like a coyote. Also, your mind does not know the difference between doing something and imagining doing something. So, if you don't have circumstances that will allow for literally howling like a coyote. Good morning, Lisa. Glad you are here. It was wonderful seeing you the other day. Think about, imagine it in your mind, howling like a coyote. Your vocal cords are going to react the way they would if you literally did it. The rest of your body's going to react the way that it would if you actually did it. Good morning, Beth. But again, you might not scare the neighbors that way. So, howl like a coyote. If you can, it's even better to do it during the light of the full moon. Well, we're just past the full moon, but this breaks up stagnant energies and brings a fresh vitality. So, that is our card for today, the trickster. There must be a dog out there. TJ's cranked up. So, trickster, what isn't quite as it seems? And again, it doesn't have to be a malignant thing. Oh my God, someone's pulling one over on me. It could be more of, you're looking at it through this lens. Try looking at it through this lens instead. See what you notice. Imagine that, whatever it is, that circumstance, and we've done this before on these YEMIGs, walk around it. Walk around it. So freeze it in space, extract yourself from it, look at it from the left, look at it from the right, look at it from the front, from the back, from the top, from the bottom, from inside it. Try on a bunch of different perspectives. See what you learn. If you want to write about that, okay, I'm standing in front of this circumstance and I'm going to write from that perspective. I'm standing to the left of this circumstance. Oh, from this angle, I see something different. I'm standing behind it. Wow, there's all kinds of things going on that I couldn't see from the front or the side. Try out all the perspectives. The most interesting perspective oftentimes is top down, where you get the overview of this thing. And you can see all kinds of things you couldn't see before. Try it out. Try it out. So, the trickster, that is our card for today. So, I'm pondering things for the autumn. I believe I'm going to be very busy with the intentional community stuff, but I also believe that there's a call coming, I feel it, to do some things for the autumn. So if you have some ideas, I know some people are mentioning book clubs. I actually got a card from my friend Pat, a very pretty card that says, cherish yesterday, live for today, dream of tomorrow. And in there she asks, be thinking about a book club. We need a book club. So that's an option. Some workshops. So we can do some online workshops. We can do some in-person workshops. I kind of think I'm going to end up doing a book club also on a couple of the intentional community books as an opportunity to bring some people forward who might want to join my project. Because now I'm looking for running buddies. So that might be one of the book clubs that's coming. But if you have other ideas for me, Gwen says book club and workshops. Okay, all right, awesome. Throw them out there because we'll put some things on the agenda and get us rolling. Keep us rolling. We've been rolling. And again, maybe we can find some really, I got to think about this. It'd be really fun to do the, that one, the Last Arrow, or a new one. That'd give me an excuse to read one of his other books that I have sitting in the pile that's on the floor beside my bed that is as tall as the top of the mattress. And then there's a stack of probably another 10, 12 books on the bookstand. Nature of my beast. Whenever I move, the heaviest stuff I have are boxes of books. So, just started reading The Last Arrow. Yes, wow. Big wow. I mean, it is in your face powerful. So, good. So, that would be kind of fun to do for a book club. I'll have to think about that. But throw me some more ideas. We'll see what we end up with, and we'll get it running. Have an awesome Monday. This is a launch to your week. Life is Messy by Matthew Kelly. Okay, and I obviously loved his other one, the, let me think. I see the cover. It's got little sparkles on it. Okay, Cindy, help me out here. Holy Moments. Got it. Which is an awesome book, too. There's so many books out there that are just awesome. And when you can talk to somebody about it, even better. I got to tell you, fun. So Diane and I signed up to do the Harry Potter series. She's never seen them. I've seen them all. But you forget stuff, and they're so intricate and involved. And during COVID, I reread all of the Harry Potter books. That was one of the things I did to keep myself occupied and sane. And so we went last night to the first one. And it's fun going to a movie with someone who has not seen it before. That's fun. That is fun. So we get to go once a week for 8 weeks to watch all the movies. I'm excited. It'll be cool. Plus, we always usually eat something, which is fun too. So, have an awesome week. Make the best of your Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.